Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 4 of Barcelona International Culés podcast. And this one is going to be a tough one. I think we waited a week to let everything settle down after the Clasico. And yeah, it's not been a very good week, I would say. I would say even a good month, to be honest, since we came back from the last international break. It's been quite tough going at Barcelona. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Let's review what happened, not just in the Clasico, the fallout of the Clasico, even before the Clasico.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nick, take it away. What do you think happened over the weekend? What are your raw thoughts after the
Where
Clasico?
it started with the Kings League. Yamal was invited. I think he's the owner of one of the teams.
Mhm.
He was asked if Madrid rob teams, and I mean, he jokingly told yes, they do rob them. And it was a massive blow up where I think every Madrid-based newspaper has told he's destroying the sort of the team environment in Spain. He's sort of I mean, yeah, basically everyone was jumping on that story. And yeah, the game started. We were not good. I mean, Yama's performance as well. We will come to it, but yeah, we were not good again. Since before the international break when we lost to Sevilla, then the Girona game also we were not good, and this was obviously yeah a tough loss.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, so the Kings League fiasco that just happened, it was a Spanish streamer, Ibai. I think he was speaking with Yamal like you speak with friends and, having a banter. And then he did say, yes, your team also rob and steal, and then they complain, just like Real Madrid. So it was something along those lines. I don't remember exactly what he said, but yeah, that was the gist of it. But we will come to all that talk later. Let's just analyze the game first because that's the main thing. That's what we are all thinking about. That's if we won, it would have been a nice week, but we didn't. So we have to analyze what went wrong. So from the start of the game, when we saw the lineup, like we spoke in the preview, we were hoping that Arda Güler and Jude Bellingham both play, and it would be good for Barcelona that if they both play, so because they both occupy the same place. So when the starting lineup dropped, I was expecting the same thing. The only difference that I saw from Real Madrid was that Arda Güler was being pushed on the right wing and Jude Bellingham was being played inside. So they had the same shape, 4-2-3-1. So they mirrored Barcelona essentially with Camavinga and Tchouaméni, two workhorses back in the middle, like we discussed. Like they would have these workhorses to like
Yeah,
put pressure on De Jong and Pedri as well. But I was thinking maybe Jude Bellingham would play like in a double striker role with Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe will play off of Jude Bellingham. And Yeah, but that did not happen. And the only surprise from Barcelona's side was Araujo didn't start, which was a bit surprising to be honest. Now I was the two center backs, Eric Garcia and Kobarsi. I was hoping they both started. They had to start, but why was Jules Koundé starting? I still don't understand. What was he doing in the team? And he dropped one of the worst games I've ever seen him drop in a Barcelona shirt. And trust me, there
yeah,
have been a few, but this was one of the
yes,
worst.
there have been. Yeah. In fact, the last 6 to 8 months have been bad for him. I think before
After
the injury,
the after the goal he scored against Real Madrid, it's been all downhill for him.
essentially, yeah, he was injured after that. He missed the Inter game. Then the start of the season again, he's made a lot of mistakes, even for France, not just Barcelona. So it's not the system or the team. Even for France, he's been bad. So I think overall he needs to be dropped. Eric needs to start. Araujo needs to start. But again, Christensen is injured, so we essentially have zero options left. Kunde will have to start at some point. So yeah,
Yeah, but in the game, I was hoping that maybe if Araujo started as a center back along with Kubarsi and you push Eric Garcia to the right back because he can do a great job essentially on
yeah,
the right back role. He has done it before as well. He's good with his passing. And To be honest, I didn't have much of the problem, any of problems with the way the center back pairing worked, to be honest. It's just not their fault. If the team, even the game started, so I was hoping in the first 10, 15 minutes, Real Madrid would come out of the gates. They will press us high, but they didn't do that, which actually surprised me.
And
They were actually sitting back, they were holding their shape. And I was there with a friend of mine. We were watching there, and we were like, yeah, I think might be they are being very cautious. Are they afraid of Barcelona? Of course they are. We have four like good players in the forward line, and we can hurt them on the counter and delete the space behind. But as the game went on, Real Madrid gained confidence. They started. The press was really good. I think Vinicius was on point.
yeah,
Mbappe was on point, and
yeah, both of them were pressing. Yeah.
we nearly conceded a penalty in the opening minutes. Um, I thought it looked like a penalty from the first angle they showed on the replay, but on the
I
second
still
replay,
think it's a penalty, to be very honest. I still think it's a penalty. He puts his foot there
mhm,
and he's not got the ball. It's essentially a foul, but
but
okay, it's a
neither has
50-50. I get it.
I disagree on that one because if he puts his foot there and he doesn't have the ball, neither does Vinicius. Vinicius doesn't have the ball. The ball is away from him. He's like 2 feet away. And essentially, it's the same thing if you take a long touch and the other defender comes in between the ball and you, and then you, with your momentum, push the defender down. It's a foul on the defender.
Yeah, a bit like Pedri, yeah, when he got sent off. So,
Yeah. So
yeah, I guess
essentially,
it's a 50-50. Yeah, I've seen it being given, so, but yeah,
but
again,
you shouldn't get penalty for kicking another player, essentially. That's what you're doing.
yeah. I mean, essentially, Vinicius fouled Yamal and not Yamal fouling Vinicius in that case.
Exactly, that's my point. So I think if that would have been given, it would have been really harsh. I don't think that's a penalty, in my opinion. Maybe you can hold a different opinion on that one. And then the second one, which Kylian Mbappe's goal, I thought what a wonderful strike. Let's be honest, like that was a beautiful hit that he hit on the volley. Like it was a beautiful hit, and Chesney had no chance. I thought that was a goal, but an offset comes in, and it's by
Millimeters.
this even half a millimeter
Yeah.
even. Now, look, if I was on the receiving end of that offside, I would feel hard done by, to be honest. Like, but and I had like debates with a lot of Madrid friends as well, and trust me, they've been swarming my inbox. They haven't spoken to me for 6 months, but suddenly now they haven't spoken to me for the entirety of the last season. They don't reply nothing. And now they're swarming my inbox. So have some shame, or have some shame because, but they're not gonna have any shame, and they're mad idiots. So what do you expect of them? But
To be honest,
essentially,
it's even a millimeter, half a millimeter. The other side is offside, so
it's offside, and it's not. They're
it's
like
offside.
okay, and they debate like okay, look, they disallowed Mbappe's goal. It's technology. Like, what are you blaming on the refs? Okay, it's
Yeah,
the technology. They draw the lines. It's semi-automated. They draw the computer
yeah,
draws the line. What are you complaining about? If even if it's like a fingernail offside, it's offside. Offside is offside, and that's what
yeah.
Barcelona does. They like gamble on these millimeters. Okay, we had two calls. Okay, I was thinking, okay, let's wake up now. All right, let's start pressing them, and for the entirety of the game,
We did not.
our press was disorganized. Rashford's going, but then Ferran is not going. And I think the decision to start Ferran Torres really wasn't. He was not even in the game, to be honest. He did nothing the entirety of the game. I think that was a big mistake. And I understand you don't have Lewandowski. Ferran Torres is essentially fit to play, but he's not match fit. He's nowhere near match fit. He even had like problem touch receiving the ball and keeping it under control. He had nothing. He was invisible for the entire 90 minutes. I understand, but sometimes in these games
Yeah, couldn't even hold the ball.
you need to make big calls. And I think that's where these two positions in the starting lineup, Ferran Torres shouldn't have started, in my opinion. I think I would rather have seen Rashford playing down the middle, and then maybe Fermin shift there, or and bring Lamine inside. And even Lamine wasn't fit. We'll come to that as well. Play Rooney Bardghji. Give him a start. He's a fit player. He's doing really well. Give him a start.
Yeah, we should have gambled on that. I think it was the right game to gamble. I mean, I don't think Madrid would have expected that.
You've been gambling on
And
Lamine Jamal. He's not fit enough to play. You could
yeah,
gamble on a fit
he's not 100%. Yeah.
player.
Also, in fact, Kamavinga and Chouameni played exceptionally. I think they were in a box midfield.
Yeah,
You could see Kamavinga going on the right wing to press left back Balde and Pedri at points. Bellingham was pressing Pedri, so it was essentially Pedri was being marked out of the game. Then you had Chouameni and g- their left back, I think his name is
Carreras.
Carreras. So they were marking Lamine 2v1. So essentially, two of our main players, main creators, were marked out of the game, and yeah, we had
And
zero options
no
to fix it.
creativity, no creativity. I think the only creativity was coming from maybe Pedri was trying to do something, was running into the final third, trying to lay it off quickly, like have a 1-2 in the box, but it wasn't coming off. Same with Lamine Jamal. He was trying dribbles. He also completed 4 dribbles out of the 8 he attempted throughout the entire 90, but nothing was coming off. And it felt like we were like Real Madrid of last season, where it was sideways, sideways, backwards, back. It was lethargic,
And yeah, and there was a
67%.
huge hole in our midfield, just like Madrid last
Mm,
year. It was like we had two strikers, two wingers, two fullbacks, but two versus four in the midfield. Yeah, it was
yeah,
like last season that Madrid used to play that way.
I think problem wasn't that Barcelona didn't have the ball. We had a lot of the ball. We didn't actually do
Did
anything with the
nothing
ball.
with it.
It was an absolutely horrific. And the first goal, let's go to the goals now. The first goal comes up. It's a simple ball. Bellingham, like he plays a simple ball. It's nothing special. And
Has
Mbappe,
no pressure on him.
and with the high line, and if there is no pressure on him, and Mbappe, he's can like start like 10 yards behind Eric Garcia and Kobarsi and still going to win the race. Like you're not going to stop him in the
Yeah,
form that
yeah,
he's in. Good finish. I think nothing Chesney could have done. Maybe he could have, but it's Mbappe. And he had a colossal game. Chesney will come to him as
yeah,
well. And then 1-0, and suddenly I see the heads go a bit down. It's not like last season when you're like, okay, we go the goal, and we know we're gonna come back. We're just giving you a 2-goal head start to just like
yeah.
make the game fun a little bit essentially. But it wasn't like that. It was hard for Barcelona, but still we still got into the game a little bit. I think Fermin was doing really well. He was pressing his man. He looked good, in my opinion. Rashford was also trying to press his man, putting pressure on Valverde, trying to keep. But I think again, Militao, the guy had two ACLs, and still he's running around. His pace that he has and the flexibility that he has, he's. I'm not sure that that guy should be studied. To be honest, he's playing like one of the best center backs in the world at the moment. He was like shutting
We
everything down.
we helped him out pretty much from the starting 11. We had zero pace going from the right wing. So right wing or center, the attacking striker. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's
we
also true
made
as
it
well.
easy for him.
But he was
He could
positioning.
essentially just body Ferran and not let him keep the ball. And yeah, 99% of the match was won there. We
Yeah,
could barely create a chance.
and then by good pressing, that goals come from good pressing. Pedri again presses Arda Güler. He loses the ball. Rashford wins it. Good cutback. Fermin is there and good finish. 1-1. Now I'm thinking, okay, let's go. Now there will be much more confidence. We scored at the Bernabeu. The crowd is a bit silent. Okay, let's get going. But it never really got going. Even after that goal, Madrid looked like the side who was more looking likely to score. And then I was thinking, okay, please, let's just get to halftime. But it wasn't to be. I think that
We
then
were nearly
again,
3-1 down at
yeah,
halftime. That's how bad the last 10 minutes were.
it was really bad. I think. And then let's talk about the second goal from Real Madrid, which makes my blood boil, to be honest. I don't think it should have been a goal. Let's start with the entire action. Okay, so Vinicius is running down the middle. He has the ball on the counter attack. And then Pedri has to foul him, and Pedri does foul him. He pulls his shirt back. Good tactical foul by Pedri. So I'm thinking that's a good one from Pedri. We need to bring him down. And he got the yellow card essentially. Okay, good. And then a floating ball in the middle again comes out. We don't win the second ball, goes wide. Vinicius destroys Jules Koundé and Frankie de Jong, and he puts a floating ball essentially to the far post. And who was at the far post? I don't remember the name of the person.
I
And
think it was Eric. I think it was Eric who lost the header.
yes, Eric
Must have
lost the
been Eric
header,
was it?
but I don't know who the player was from Real Madrid who like headed it across. And then right in the middle, the ball is up in the air. Kubarsi and Dean Howson are both in contention for the ball. They both jump, and it was a deliberate elbow in the face by Dean Howson on Kubarsi. It was as deliberate as it gets. It's a
Yeah,
foul anywhere on the field. It's a foul anywhere on the field. And it drops to Jude Bellingham, who taps it in, that tap in merchant. And and then
yeah.
no, they don't even go to
It's
VAR. They don't even check it, and it's a goal allowed. I don't think that goal should have been allowed. I think that's deliberate hypocrisy on the part of Madrid players. They've been getting players sent off. Vinicius is getting players sent off for having a touch
yeah.
on his neck. But
We spoke
this
about this. Yeah,
and this elbow on the face, yeah, but that's not a foul. Yeah, that's not a foul. And I've seen people saying, "Oh, the ball, they were both not going to get the ball. The ball was already over their head. Doesn't matter if the ball is over my head and I kick you in the face. That's not a foul. The ball
it's a
is over the
foul.
head.
Yeah.
It's a foul. It's a deliberate foul. That goal should have been ruled out. It's a clear. It should have been I would say should have been looked at for the red card. Would have been too harsh. Okay, both players have jumped. At least a yellow card for Dean House, and that goal shouldn't have stood. And
We did not even see the replay, I don't think, until halftime or on Twitter actually. I first saw it on the Twitter and not even live. So what is going on? They
I
don't even
saw that,
show
and
it.
I was in the bar, and I was screaming like, "How can that goal stand? Look at it's a clear elbow on the face." And I think there is something these players should have been taught. Stay on the ground. Don't move. Kovarsi, you've been hit in the face. You've been elbowed in the face. Stay on the field. Don't move for 5 minutes if you don't have to. Force the referee to stop the game and go take a look. Because when you stop the
Our
game and you
players
stop the
don't even
action,
swamp the ref. They don't even go and complain. Just
swamp
complain.
the
At
ref.
least
I don't
there
know.
is. Yeah, exactly.
And Kubarsi is just after like a minute or so, he's up on his feet. He's like, "Yeah, I got hit in the face." There is no game awareness. If it was Mbappe or Vinicius, trust me, they'll be rolling around for 5 minutes until the ref
100%.
has to go and take a look at the VAR screen. And trust me, that goal is gonna get ruled out. How many times have we seen it? Even in this season, how many times have we seen it? A scrape here, oh, it's a red card, it's a yellow card, the goal's chalked off, or it's a foul, whatever it is. But it's a deliberate elbow in the face. And when you show it to when you discuss this with Madrid friends, the only response they have is cry. What do you mean cry? Like, are you guys brain dead or something? Is something wrong with your head? Don't you watch football? Are we watching UFC? What is this? It's a clear elbow in the face, and all the response they have is, "Oh, you guys are cheating. How do we cheat? Look at this scenario right here. It's a foul. Cry. Keep crying."
You can't have a normal conversations with them. I
These
mean,
guys are
it's
brain dead. I think these
they're
people are brain
pathetic.
dead. It's absolutely pathetic. And then let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, after that, there is a handball decision as well in the favor of Real de Madrid. Penalty a favor del Real Madrid.
Could not understand I mean, what
How
is
is
Eric
that a
supposed to do?
penalty? Look,
It's
even if the ball
unbelievable.
if the ball hits him first time on his hand, I don't think that should have been a penalty, even if he hits it first time. But because the ball is going nowhere, it's going out of play essentially. It's going out of play. It's
Yeah.
not, or
There,
it's going
it
towards
was
the stake.
reaching nobody. It was reaching the goalkeeper or going out.
It's
So
it's
why
it's
give it a penalty?
no, that's okay. If it hits the first time, even I think that shouldn't be a penalty. But according to the rules of the game, if it hits it first time, okay, you give it. I can see it. I don't agree
Yeah.
with it, but it's the rule of the game. The hand is in an unnatural position. It's a penalty. Okay, the ball goes and hits. I don't know where it hits Eddie Garcia first time. It essentially ricochets back off of Bellingham, and then it bounces and hits Eddie Garcia, who is already sliding down.
He's committed to the tackle.
Yes, and it's not
And
even the first time. It's a ricochet. How many times have we seen it? The ball goes to the hand of the player, but it's not the direct contact. The ball comes off of someone's knee or it comes bouncing off of the ground, and the referee is like, no,
No
it's
penalty.
completely natural. The ball ricochets off something else, and that gets given as a penalty. Ari Garcia was stunned. Barcelona players were stunned. So was I. I was literally
In
screaming
fact,
at that.
in fact, the referee was adamant it was not a penalty because it came off a ricochet and not directly off the pass. He was adamant he's not giving the penalty, but VAR calls him. He goes and looks at the same thing again and gives it. I mean, why are you changing your decision? You just saw it 2 minutes before on the
Yes.
field live and you did not give a penalty.
So now the VAR calls him to intervene for that second ricochet handball, but they did not call him to, okay, come take a look. I think Kubarsi got elbowed in his fucking face. Sorry for my language, but he elbowed in the face. And yeah, come please have take a look and make a decision on this one as well. No, we don't intervene in that. That's a legal goal. But this second ricochet handball on Ari Garcia, yeah, please come take a look. I think Papa Perez
They
is
show him four angles. All four of them don't matter, but they show him four angles just to make his mind up.
Papa Perez has just sent us some, what we say in Pakistan and India, like mithai. Has sent us some mithai
Yes, under
uh,
the table.
under the table, a sleight of hand under the table. It's absolutely disgusting, to be honest. And again, when you point these things out, and all they have to say is, oh, cry. What do you mean cry? Are you stupid? Are you guys brain dead? Don't you understand the rules of the game? You're gonna win like this. Okay, you win. You played better. I admit you guys played better, but the victory that you guys have, it shouldn't have been a victory. The goals you guys scored, the second one should have been ruled out. That penalty wasn't a penalty. We're gonna come on to another incident as well later on in the game. But then Chesney, brilliant save. He was immense.
Yeah.
A word for Chesney. I think we couldn't have asked more. I was worried in the initial 10 minutes. Uh, that yeah, I
Nine
think
saves, nine saves. I
brilliant.
think seven from inside the box. Wow, brilliant performance.
What a brilliant. I think it was a 10 by
I mean,
10
at
performance.
37, 30, 38, I think he is 37, 36. I haven't seen Ter Stegen put in a performance like this in the last 3 years, by the way. He's 4 or 5 years younger. And I've not seen him put a performance like that.
Chesney was absolutely brilliant. I think we didn't miss Joan Garcia in this game. I think it couldn't have been better, even by from John Garcia. Um, but then, okay, let's move down, and then the game gets, the time's running out. Barca are running out of ideas. I think Lamine Jamal clearly touching his toes. He's clearly not fit. The guy, and then he drops down, and then Araujo comes on, and when Araujo came on, he was brilliant. He had like good tackles. He was running. He was
Yeah,
making interceptions. I think he was really good. No complaints from Araujo. Lamine came inside, okay, and Casado came
yeah.
on for Casado came on as well
I think for
for
Eric,
for Eric
for Eric,
Garcia, and at that
and
point,
Araujo for Barca.
yeah, and that at that time we didn't have any ideas, to be honest. We were just throwing darts at the wall. Let's see what sticks. And then Rooney
And we
Bardaji comes in
created
as
the
well.
best chance of the match. And we created the best chance of the match even after
Exactly,
that.
exactly. And then even look, let's go before the last chance of the game. So the ball gets floated towards Ronald Araujo, who's essentially our striker now, backup striker now. He's running towards the ball, and Danny Carvajal. And when you look at it in slow motion, the guy does he's not even looking at the ball. He's looking at Ronald Araujo. He goes and he just shoulder tackles him in his back. It's not even a shoulder to shoulder. He just
I've
barges
seen
in
it
from the
given
back.
so many times. I've seen it
So
given
many
so many
times.
times,
So many
but
against us
not
it
for
was given.
us.
I
Yeah,
was
it was given against us. Yeah.
last season as well. And it and Danny Carvajal is not doing this the first time. There was a compilation I saw on Twitter as well. The guy has been getting away with this for like a decade. Champions League,
Yeah,
different clubs have
and
been like,
you've seen in a head-to-head in the middle of the pitch, somebody goes and tackles in the back. It's given simple free kick, not a yellow, nothing, just a simple free kick. Or
Mateo
sometimes if it is bad, a
Lahoz.
yellow card. But
Even Lahoz after the game, he's coming
yeah,
out and saying,
clear penalty.
"Yeah, that's a penalty. Anywhere on the field, that's a foul, and that's a penalty. Like he's not going for the ball. Okay, if it's a shoulder to shoulder, okay, He's not even looking at the ball. He just runs into Ronald Araujo. Now, one thing I would say, I'm not sure, was Araujo offside when the ball is played? I'm not sure. I haven't seen enough pictures of that. Some
No,
people
but
are floating around something.
show us the replay then.
Yeah,
Why does the TV camera not show us the replay?
show us. They
Just
didn't
tell us
show
it's
us
a
that
foul,
Araujo is
it's a
offside.
offside or exactly. I don't think it was. He was running into the box, so I don't think he was offside.
I'm not sure, but if that's not offside, how is that not a penalty? In what world is that not a penalty? I'm not sure. Again, third decision gone against us, and these are not like small
And
decisions, a
again,
yellow card, or this
the
and that.
players don't swarm the ref. They don't go and complain. They don't cry in front of him. Just like I don't know, just go and complain. At least he will have something to look at.
If
But
you can't
again, we're
complain,
just
stay
too
down, stay down, stay down
exactly.
until you have to bring on the medical staff in, get a breather as well, and the referee is slowed enough to go take a look at the screen.
Yeah.
Or at least the players have a chance to come and swarm him, stay down. But no, that wasn't the case either as well. Okay, and then the dying minutes of the game, Lamine Jamal, who was not fit, we could see him. He was stretching out. He was not 100%, not taking his man on. He was trying his
Uh,
best.
he
I think that
was on his knees essentially
yeah, he was
for
he was
90
he
minutes.
was essentially playing as our deep lying midfielder at this point, and he floats in a ball, which is a wonderful ball in the end. We could have walked away with this shit performance essentially with a draw at the Bernabeu.
Yeah.
This was our worst team in the last 2 years, and we could have walked away with a draw. And it goes to Jules Koundé. And I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He tries to chest it, and like it's like a trampoline on his chest. It just is right into the hands of
Yeah.
Courtois. And I'm screaming at the telly, I had it first time. What are you? You're not Ronaldinho. You're not Ronaldinho. You a headband. You do some fashion. You're not Ronaldinho. Had it first time. It's a
It's a
clear. It's a
simple
simple.
control. It's a simple control. He just, even if he controls it, he has nobody close to him. He has made a perfect run. Nobody's catching him. He can control on his chest and shoot it. Like at least miss after shooting instead of like I don't know what he was doing.
I think
The
he's
complete
been.
90 minutes,
He was
he
horrible.
was
He was
bad.
off his game. He was off his game by a mile. I would rather have seen like get him getting subbed off at halftime and putting Ali Garcia as a right back. Essentially, that would have been the move on my part. But yeah, I think it was, and the horror show came to an end. I think the only positive that I can take from this game is a red card on Pedri. That was the
He has
only
played 49 straight games.
trade game.
49.
That's I think we blame Luis de la Fuente from the Spanish national team. I think we need to take a good hard look at ourselves as well. I know Pedri is important for us. He's probably our best player, most consistent player at least. And we are running him into the ground. Like, are we not learning from our past? What happened to Pedri before? And they say Pedri he stays fit
Pass
because
from
he's
Pedri,
playing.
in fact. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, he stays fit if he keeps on playing. He's in the rhythm. Yes, but play him every game if you want to play him every game. But like play him like 45 minutes or in two essentially games which you are going to win against lower opposition. You can rest players that way as well. Okay, you're not playing the entire 90 minutes, Pedri. I'm putting you on for 45 minutes, and we can manage for 45 minutes as well. Okay, Pedri and De Jong, you guys take it. You guys take turns. Or one of you plays the full 90 minutes, the other comes on for 45, and the next game we rotate like this. So we keep our midfield, the the core of our team fit. But no, I think the lack of game management. I think this is the first time I'm complaining about Hansi Flick. But still, I think we have to take a good hard look at ourselves. The only positive was Pedri
Yeah.
getting a red card, but now injury crisis. Uh, Pedri out for like 3 weeks now. I
He's
heard
out
initially
until
five
the
weeks.
international break.
Yeah, until after
Yep.
the international break, but
Yeah.
3 to 5 weeks essentially. So hopefully he's back before our games against Athletic Club and Chelsea after the international break. Those two games have the ability to further destroy our season or like give us the confidence to get back in it essentially. But yeah, injury there and Lamine clearly not fit. I think aftermath of the game, let's talk about that. The amount of storm against Pedri, the PR teams working against him from Madrid. Okay, I think the problem I have is not that Lamine talks. I think it's good we finally have a player who has some personality, who can give it back to the opposition. We always wondered what it would be like if we had Lionel Messi destroying teams and then talking shit afterwards. It would have been a wonderful thing. Lamine is, of course, not Messi, but still, it's nice to see a young player. He's essentially a kid, 18 years old. What were we doing when we were 18 years old?
Watching Messi ball
Yeah,
on the
exactly,
pitch.
exactly. Yeah, and then this guy is like starting for Barcelona, the number 10 of Football Club Barcelona. He's essentially a Euros winner for Spain as well,
He's the
La
main
Liga
man now.
winner.
Yeah.
He's one of the best players in the world. And yeah, and I think the problem I have with Lamine Jamal is talk, but you don't talk before the game. Talk after the game when you've already dunked on them.
Yeah.
Like last season, he wasn't talking before the games. He was talking after them. He was posting status or whatever pictures that he was gonna do after the game. He was doing his dance, trolling them in the locker room. That's all fine. That's good banter.
Yeah, after scoring against Madrid, he was dancing on their pitch. That's what you
Y-
do.
Yes, exactly. Talk. No one is stopping you from expressing yourself. Express
Yeah.
yourself. But you clearly know you're not fit. Half of our team is injured, right? You're not fit and you're going to the Bernabeu, and you're essentially giving them more fuel to come and run at
But
you and foul you.
but I also think Barcelona has to sort of reduce the amount of interviews he gives, reduce the amount of uh, like
Why?
people get that are getting a chance to interview him. Uh, like mellow it down a little, help
Censor it.
him relax. I mean, ask Pedri to give an interview, or Gavi, or Casado, or Frankie, or even Balde, or if you want it to be a bit more sort of open and a bit more informative, let Rashford do it. I mean, he's English. There are more people watching in English language than Spanish. Like, it doesn't always have to be. I mean, you have to sort of like mentally give him a little bit of rest. He can't just be in two places, three places at the same time. He's already playing 2 games a week. So
Mm,
help him out. I think Barcelona also has uh, to mellow it down a little, help him out.
yeah, yeah. I think we really have to take a good hard look at ourselves. I think we're not doing a good job managing Lamine Jamal. His minutes have been too much. He's been rushed back from injury too many times. Couple of times he's been rushed back, and this injury that is carrying pubalgia, I think it's a very hard injury. I'm not an athlete by no means, but I've seen interviews from other athletes who have suffered from this injury. It's not a normal injury, and this can become chronic issue. We saw Gerard Piqué suffering from this throughout his entire career because he suffered from this groin injury. And essentially, it's time for us to like let him heal first. You don't need to rush him.
Yeah,
Take
we are
your
not winning
time.
with him at 10% anyways, so let him rest. It's
Yeah,
okay.
let him rest. And I think again throughout the last entire week, now building up to the Clasico, and now in after we've let the storm die down, and then we have come here to review what happened. We've gone through all the stages of grief. I think we've been sad, we've been angry, and now it's time for us to have acceptance. Okay, we got beaten, referee decisions or not. They played better football than us. At least we can admit that we're not Madridistas. They played better
They
football.
barely created enough chances to
Yes.
come back.
And it was kind of expected. Yes, we did have injuries, and that those are huge injuries. Those are not normal. And the players we had back as well, like Ferran Torres was back, but he wasn't back. And Lamine Jamal clearly carrying an injury. Pedri fatigued. Koundé is in La La Land or something. I'm not sure what's going on with this guy. He looked depressed throughout the entire season. I think we need to.
I heard somewhere they were saying he looks dopey. He looks dopey on the pitch, where he's lost. He's asleep on the pitch. He's
Yeah, even in
sort of in a
preseason,
different world.
there were pictures like Rafinha and Lamine, like in preseason, looking at him, and he was
Yeah,
in a
looking at
daze.
him.
Look, if he's not mentally there, it's our club has like sports psychologists now. You have enough people around. It's Barcelona you're playing for. You're not
Yeah,
playing for like a third division Spanish side that don't have these resources. It's I think up to um the club and also Kunde if he's not feeling mentally well. I hope he's doing well. Mental health is very important for these athletes. I think we
yeah,
forget at the end of the day there is huge pressure on these guys. The entire world is watching. 650 million watched the Clasico, so we don't have we have to
yeah,
understand.
and you're fighting for points every week against top teams, top players.
Yeah,
So it of course takes a toll. Of course, we just spoke about Yamal giving him some rest. So
yeah,
yeah, maybe Kunde needs to chill out a little bit.
yeah. Maybe it needs to be. I think us now. I think what Hansi Flick has to do is to go back to the drawing board. Clearly, the players you have are not suitable for this system. Your system works. We have seen it last season, but you don't have the players to do that anymore. You don't have the defense to do that. You don't have the legs in the midfield, or you don't have the players who can read the game at that level yet.
But
Kobarsi looks
then
lost.
yeah, Kubarsi looks out. But then what do you do? Because now Lewandowski is back. So your main striker is back. Olmo is back, but Fermin will start.
Yeah,
So how do you rotate that? Rafinha will be back, I think. I think by Chelsea game or Bilbao game, I think one of these games. So now we are getting some attacking players back, but our midfield players are going out. So we'll have to see how we
and
adjust to it.
then
Of course, in fact, even Christensen is out. I think he played I don't know 10 minutes and now again he's injured. So how do you rely on someone like him?
exactly, I think Barcelona need. I think the what we have is what we have. The first thing that Hansi Flick and the medical staff at Barca has to do is get the players back on the fitness. Like
Yeah,
relax, go back to the drawing board, get them back on the training field, and tell them, guys, 1/3 of the season is gone. Okay, now it's time for us to wake up and have some courage, have some belief. We've done it before as well. We've come back. This team is young. We know we have the boys and the players to do it. We have the guts, and then we have the quality as well. It's not like we're like a
yeah.
bad team. This team almost went all the way in all competitions last season. But I think it's stupid to repeat the same thing over and over and expect different results. I think Hansi Flick needs to look at himself as well. I think he needs to change around, tweak the system, not change it, tweak it. Play a
I
high
think at
line, but
Bayern also he struggled a little bit with this in the second season,
I think it
where
was more like at a management level he had disputes in the team as well, and even with the board of
which is
Bayern.
also true. Yeah,
I think that was the main reason. I think Hansi Flick is not the problem. I think if he stays stubborn throughout the entire season and we end up winning nothing, then that will be a problem. But go back to the drawing board. You don't need to play a high line, but make it a hybrid high line. You don't need to go all the way up when your team is clearly not in the physical
I think
state to be
essentially work
pressing.
on the press. I think essentially work out how and when and how much do we want to press, and then go back to how high we play because that will essentially decide the
Yeah.
kind of results we get or the differences we
Hopefully,
see.
we have less than a minute now, but hopefully, that was it from us, guys. I think hopefully Barca bounces back, and I think we
Yeah,
can
we
get
need
back to
it.
winning week. And we are hopeful. We have trust in the team, and I think we will do good when
Yeah.
we come back.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys, and see you in the next episode. Visca Barca.